Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Dylan Talk Sports. My name is Dylan. In today's video, I wanted to do something kind of cool. For those of you who do not know, I have never played fantasy football like ever. And here recently, about a couple weeks ago, I made a video on my TikTok. I'll put it somewhere on the screen so you can see it. But basically, I went ahead and decided I want to do some fantasy football this year. I had no idea how to do it. I had no idea where I was supposed to go. So I basically just went to ESPN, put in or kind of signed up, and I entered in 2 different leagues. And what I want to do is I want to basically get my opinion from any of you who play fantasy football and give your opinions on, is my team good? Is there anything I should change? And I want to kind of talk about some of the players that are on the waiver wire and even like the free agents. And should I go grab some of them? Should I take some of my guys that are already on my team and maybe they're not that good and I'm just overestimating them and I should just drop them? But what should I do? We're going to get right into this. So if you're going to enjoy, drop a like. And without further ado, let's get into it. I think I'm only going to go over one league. This is my main league that I'm kind of in. We're going to go over the players. I got Patrick Mahomes as the quarterback. My running backs are Kenneth Walker, Brian Robinson Jr. You can tell I got the first overall pick. I wasn't stupid there. I went Justin Jefferson, Jalen Waddle, Mark Andrews, Odell Beckham Jr. Odell Beckham Jr. was actually on my bench. I had to take him and move him into my starting lineup because Terry McLaurin, he's probably not going to be playing against the Cardinals. At the time of recording this, it said that he probably is not going to play. Could that change? Yes, but I went and took him out, put him on the bench. I also got Tyler Lockett, Aaron Rodgers, Gabe Davis, Elijah Moore, Ezekiel Elliott, and Raheem Mostert. Now, when it comes to fantasy football, I've kind of gotten the gist of it to where like you want to kind of just keep an eye on, yes, this lineup might look good, but come week 6, 7, maybe like 5 or 6 of these players probably won't be in the lineup. I get that now. Real quick, I think I'm going to go and kind of go through and give my reasoning as to why I picked every single one of these players. Patrick Mahomes, most of the time the dude is out there putting up 2 to 3 touchdowns, 300-400 yards. I think I'll get some pretty good fantasy points out of Mahomes. Kenneth Walker, he was a rookie last year and that dude balled out. I think he had like 1,050 yards, quite a few touchdowns. The dude played pretty damn good last year. I think he'll be like an underrated running back when it comes to fantasy. Brian Robinson, I know he's kind of the number 2 back for Washington. They also have Antonio Gibson. I didn't really know what to do. I think I took Brian Robinson like later on, like the 7th or 8th round of the draft. I didn't really know what to do, and I knew I needed to get a running back to take that number 2 hole, so I took him. Justin Jefferson, like I said, number 1 overall pick. You take either Justin Jefferson or CMC. I went with Jefferson. Jalen Waddle's another one that I think everybody's kind of sleeping on a little bit. I've seen some people talk about him going into 6th, 8th, 10th, 12th round of their drafts. I'm trying to pull it up here. I think I actually drafted him like in the 4th round because I knew this guy, yes, Tyreek Hill is going to be probably the yak monster for the team, but he's also going to get double teamed quite a bit, which leaves Jalen Waddle free to run a little bit. Mark Andrews, if Lamar is trying, and then Todd Monken coming in with the OC for the Baltimore Ravens, is going to make this more of a pass offense. Mark Andrews is going to have a really good year this year. Same thing with Odell Beckham Jr. If this offense is going to be a pass first type of offense rather than a run first, Odell is going to get some touches in that Ravens offense. And if Lamar is going to be kind of like what Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams was, to where Rodgers only wanted to throw the ball to Devontae, and maybe Lamar will be the same with Odell. When it came to the defense and the kicker, I was kind of told those don't really matter. I mean, obviously they were my last 2 overall picks in the whole draft. I just kind of went with what was kind of there. Cowboys defense was there, and I knew they did create a lot of turnovers last year, so I kind of went with them. Kickers, whatever. Aaron Rodgers, there's a part of me, and let me know in the comments if you have this opinion as well. Should I start Aaron Rodgers instead of Patrick Mahomes? Or should I just stay with Mahomes? Because Aaron Rodgers going up against that Buffalo Bills defense is what's kind of struggling with me, because he could either go out there and lay an egg, or he could go out there and just cook them alive. And I'm going to be pissed if I start Mahomes and their game is like maybe like a 17-10 victory, and he's only got like maybe 200 yards, a touchdown. Over here in Aaron Rodgers' case, he might lose the game, but it could be like a 34-31 loss, and I don't know, have 3, possibly the 4 touchdowns and like 400 yards, and I'm like sitting over here saying, what the fuck, man? I already kind of went over Terry McLaurin, why he's down here on the bench, but like I said, he's going to be a really good receiver this year, and if Eric Bieniemy coming into the Washington offense is going to transform Sam Howell, which I've already made a video talking about that, Terry McLaurin is going to become a elite top 10 overall receiver in the entire NFL. Tyler Lockett's always been a consistent kind of fantasy guy. Gabe Davis, he had quite a few games last year where he was the number 1 overall fantasy guy. I think there was one game where he had like 3 touchdowns with only like 4 catches. He was going off. Elijah Moore is a sneaky one with the Browns. They're saying that he's going to be kind of like a Swiss Army knife or a gadget tool kind of player for the Browns. So I'm curious to see how he can produce in fantasy. Ezekiel Elliott, he got put on the Patriots. He's probably not going to get many touches, but we'll see what kind of happens with him. Maybe Ramondre Stevenson, if he gets injured, Elliott goes in. Could be a good pickup from me. And Raheem Mostert. I mean, if the Dolphins have a game where Tua might go out, Mostert, you're going in. Let's kind of go through the draft picks, and I want to kind of show you guys the order of how I took my players. Just let me know, was I stupid in the order that I took these players, or did I make a good, I guess you could say, good selections? Obviously, you can see here, Justin Jefferson went number 1 overall. I was a little bit curious to see CMC kind of go down far here. Austin Eckler and Jamar Chase and Travis Kelce went before him. In my next pick, I actually went with Jalen Waddle second. Okay, I was stupid. The one I was pissed, and when I say I was pissed, look who went right before Jalen Waddle. I wanted to scream. But it's okay. I got Jalen Waddle. I was able to take Patrick Mahomes right after that. There was actually quite a few picks that were very surprising, and you're probably seeing them. We had some defenses being taken pretty early. We also had some kickers being taken very early. My next pick, I went with Mark Andrews, and then I went with Kenneth Walker. I was trying to just get... I've been told you want to get your quarterback, your receivers, and your running backs done first before you even worry about even going and doing the kickers, the defense. Sometimes even the tight end isn't really something important you want to grab right away. Next up, went with Tyler Lockett, and then from there, my team was pretty much filled up. I was kind of going through my bench players. Had Aaron Rodgers, then Gabe Davis, Brian Robinson, Odell Beckham Jr. I was surprised Odell and Elijah Moore were actually still available down this league. Went ahead and grabbed Ezekiel Elliott, and then later on here, you can see I had Cowboys defense. I went ahead and scooped up the defense, and then Raheem Mostert, I went ahead and grabbed him. I was the last, I think, player or person to really be taking like a real-time position player other than this guy here. Took Tyler Boyd, but then I had the very last pick. I took Greg Zuerlein. Another pick, I wanted Younghoe Koo. I was surprised he was even still there, and I went ahead and had him set up to take. Now, out of all the players that I got, which ones did I get that I kind of wish I would have gotten somebody that got taken beforehand? Obviously, we already talked about Nick Chubb being taken away from me, and I went and took Jalen Waddle. That one still haunts me. Down here, when I took Mark Andrews, I was really kind of hoping to get Deebo Samuel, but it's whatever. I've seen people saying Deebo's kind of fallen off when it comes to fantasy. I don't see that. We'll see how it goes this season. And another player that kind of got taken away from me, Najee Harris. I was kind of hoping to get him because, yes, I hate the Steelers, but Najee Harris is a fantasy monster when it comes to just passing and running. That's what you need when it comes to the running backs. If you can do both, you're going to be a fantasy monster, and that's what Najee Harris was going to be for me until this guy took him from me. A pick on here that I didn't even really... It didn't render in my brain. Dalvin Cook and then DJ Moore. Those two didn't even render in my brain whenever I took Kenneth Walker. If I would have even had the thought of those two guys, I would have taken one of them there. But the fact that my brain... I don't know what was going on with me. It could have been the fact that it was 1 in the morning whenever I was doing this draft. But Kenneth Walker, I still think is going to be good on my lineup. Right. Another player down here that I got... I wasn't really pissed about this one, but it kind of fucked me over. Jackson Smith-Njigba. I wanted to get him on the bench. I wanted to hopefully try to get him on the team. He got taken a couple picks beforehand. And yes, I know you're going to say, well, if you want that player so bad, why are you taking players like Gabe Davis or Aaron Rodgers? You can't predict the board unless you are inside of the other people's heads. But then after that, I was kind of just going with the flow. I mean, like with the Odell, the Elijah Moore pick, I was kind of happy that they fell that far. I was happy with those picks. Other than that, everything else kind of just... I just kind of let the board fall, and I was just kind of taking whatever was left. Now, when it comes to the fantasy people that actually know what they're talking about, I kind of have two questions. Number one, like I said with Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers, would it be crazy to drop Aaron Rodgers and bring Sam Howell in the lineup? Because there's a part of me that says if I don't get Sam Howell right now, and he goes out there and just torches up the Arizona Cardinals defense, somebody in this lineup is going to, or somebody in this league is going to take him. And there's just a part of me that says this guy is going to be a really damn good quarterback this year. And once he's gone, he's gone. Another player when it comes to a receiver, Jalen Hyatt. Does anybody else think he's going to be good? Nobody took him in this lineup or in my league. He wasn't drafted at all. This isn't just him being just dropped off because of an injury or him being left because nobody wanted him or something, or a trade maybe. He just wasn't drafted. And I'm hearing reports that Daniel Jones, if he can throw the ball with a pretty floater and get his dimes throwing right, Jalen Hyatt, with his speed, and he can run 40, 50, 60 yards, that could be a dangerous combo. But I mean, yeah, let me know in the comments, what do you think about this roster? Is it going to work? Is it going to be good? What kind of move should I make? But other than that, like I said, let me know in the comments, is this roster going to be a successful team? Is this going to be something that's going to be dangerous? Should I make some moves? Give me some advice. If you wanted to enjoy, drop a like. It's always appreciated if you do so. I know this wasn't kind of like a standard NFL news, Brown stuff, Ohio State stuff type of video, but if you enjoy this kind of stuff and you want me to post maybe more fantasy football videos, as always, like I said, drop a like if you're enjoying it. If you're new to the channel and you want to go ahead and stay up to date with anything Cleveland Browns, Ohio State, NFL news, sports news, or just anything sports related content here on the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's right there somewhere on the screen. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified the second I post. But as always, this has been Dylan Talk Sports. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.